Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Wittychat Live. It's so good to be on your screen again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your geographical location. So, welcome to another episode of Witty Chat Live. It's been an amazing ride in the month of February. Imagine February ends in just about 24 hours, right? So we've done 2 months in the year 2024. How fantastic is that? I mean, you have really done your best to still be up and thriving even at this particular time in the year 2024. So I can say congratulations to everyone. So how has the month of February been? It's been a ride, There have been a lot of I don't want to call them challenges, but the economic realities in our country, Nigeria, has been tough, you know, but it's good to be grateful anyway. So, welcome to the show this afternoon. And just as you know, on Witty Chat Live, what we are out to do is to inspire people, to inspire you, to motivate you, and to also ensure that you are always at your best version. I mean, that is the goal. That is why our team at Wittyville Properties, that's why we decided to put this together, because we are a very people-centered organization. So yes, Witty Chat Life is proudly sponsored by Wittyville Properties, your number one and trusted, reliable real estate plug in Nigeria. By real estate, I mean landed properties. So last time I was on your screen. I was here with my co-anchor, Iyanuolua, and we were talking about some of the unique and, you know, beneficial offers we currently have running on Rips.co. Rips.co is our land listing platform, so you can as well just visit to get and pick up one or two, you know. It is buying land is always the a profitable investment that you would want to make even in this season. Right. So welcome to the show. My name is Dorcas Adejoro, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to be your driver. Yes, this is a journey. I'm taking you on a journey this afternoon. So I'm going to be your driver for the next 40 minutes, and it's going to be amazing. So today's chat is a very phenomenal one because I'm starting the chat session with a quote. Yes. And the quote is very in line with the kind of conversations we're going to be having on the chat today. The quote is by Tom Storage, and the quote says, "The most important thing is whatever you decide to choose, take it seriously and do your best." I'll say it again. The most important thing is whatever you decide to choose, take it seriously and do your best. So yes, there have been a lot of speculations. If the first 2 months in 2024, if it's already like this, or more, what's going to happen in the next 10 months? But see, Tom Storage is saying with this quote that the most important thing in this season for you, for me, and for everyone that's going to, come across this session would be that whatever it is you decide to do eventually. Last week, Yanu was talking about this is the best time for everyone to get a side hustle, make sure you're not idle. This is very important. Like right now, if you're doing a 9 to 5 and you see the need to get something else to do, I mean, Wittyville, we have a community of realtors that, we sell land and then you get commission. You get something to also, as a side, even though the side sometimes can be more than income coming from the main stuff you get. So, yes, that is my opening quote for today's chat. And on the show today, we have an amazing woman. She's very phenomenal, and she's going to be coming up. She'll be introducing herself very shortly. So before our guest comes up, I would like you to share this link with anyone. Share it on your status, share it on your story. Just share it, spread the word, because today you're going to pick very useful lessons on how to be the very best version of yourself, no matter your space, no matter your industry, regardless of whether you're in real estate industry, you're in finance, you're in agric, you're any industry you find yourself, even tech, right? This chat is directed towards that, and I'm sure at the end we are going to have one or two things to also share with us. So thank you everyone for joining. Right about now, I'm going to be bringing up our guest because she has been here and you're going to be blown away. So join me and make welcome our guest for today. Good afternoon, Ma. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for choosing to join us on Wittychat Live. It's such a privilege, to have you here. How does it feel to be here with us today?
It's great. At least it's a great opportunity to also learn and to pass across some knowledge as well.
Mm, thank you, Ma. So I'm just going to go straight into this because I'm sure people are already waiting to pick up or get one or two things from this. So, Mark, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us your name, tell us your academic qualifications, professional background. Just introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Juliana Adesanya Oyom. From Ogun State. I married a Cross River man. So
Wow.
I'm based in Lagos. I'm a realtor. My brand name is Felix Properties, and I cover basically properties in Lagos, Abuja, Ogun State, and Ibadan.
Hmm. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, Mrs. Should I call you Mrs. Adesanya or Mrs. Oyo?
Anyone?
Okay, so I'll just call you Mrs. Adesanya. Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask the first question because the background knowledge that I have about you is that you are a star. When you say somebody is a star realtor, it is you. You're able to fill in that shoe. So can you please share with the audience what real estate companies have you received awards from? What were the specific awards for?
Um, there are quite a few actually. I've gotten a lot of awards, basically from, let's say, Gracias Global Company. I've gotten iPhone 13 Pro Max. I've
Wow.
gotten Dubai. I've gotten um, the standing four-phase gas cooker with oven from them. For
Wow.
Chateau Royal, gotten a Toyota Camry 2010. That's
That's a
my
car.
first. Yeah, I've gotten a car. I've
Wow.
gotten several home gadgets, 6.25 kVA generator, gas cookers, a lot, a lot. I've
Wow.
gotten a lot of
Actually,
uniforms,
actually,
gadgets, basically. Yeah.
wow. All of these things, they are enough to even start up a house, I mean, a home with. I can imagine how your kitchen must
So
look.
I actually major in electronics. So I open electronics store.
Actually. So I want to ask in that line. So I'm sure some of these awards were why were you awarded all of this? Why were you given these things?
Well, for most real estate companies, they set targets, sales targets.
Hmm.
So whenever they set those sales targets, they peg a particular incentive to it. So when you make up to the sales target, you get the reward.
Hmm. Okay. So Iyanoluwa Famurewa, thank you so much for joining. She's already asking for the secret though. Don't worry. Just keep your fingers crossed. She's going to be sharing a lot. So thank you everyone that has joined us. This is Mrs. Adesanya, our guest on the Wittychat Live today. And she just started sharing how she has won multiple awards. I'm also here for the juicy side. I'm here for the secrets. So let's all keep our fingers crossed. So my next question would be, how did winning these awards, how did they make you feel? What did they mean to you?
Well, at first, when you win your first award, you get a sense of fulfillment. Like, okay, I'm doing something great. I'm also breaking records and all that. But as time goes by, when you you get so much of it, sometimes I even don't know what I've even won. I just get calls like last month. I just got a call from AYOs to come for my award. I kept asking myself, what have I won this time? Because I no longer keep records of sales, so the companies just keep the records and they call me up. I go
Wow.
there. They gave me iPhone 12, 150,000 naira shopping voucher, gave me a bag of rice, and gave me an award plaque. I'm like, what is going on? So I had to call the lady in charge. I said, just show me my record. What have I sold? Because they
Hmm.
usually have record. So she showed me and I saw the amount, like, oh wow. So I did this much. I never knew. So it happens
Wow.
like that. Just yesterday as well, I already got a mail to come and pick up a shopping voucher at Grashas.
Wow.
uh, I'll be picking that up later today before the close of work. So sometimes when you start keeping records, say, oh, I want to break this record, I want to get this incentive. But as time goes by, as you progress in the business, it becomes a you just want to do your job, you just want to make new landlords, you just want to help people invest their money wisely. And in the process of you start winning too. You are looking out for people and then you are winning along the way. So it just becomes a part of you. It becomes a lifestyle. You are no longer focusing all your strength on a particular award. You are just doing your thing and the awards keep coming.
Hmm. Hmm. So my based on all of this, congratulations again on the shopping voucher you're going to pick up today.
Yeah,
So
thank
based
you.
on all of this, I would like to know. I'm sure a lot of people watching are wondering, how did all of these winning streaks, how did this start exactly? What was your opening, I won't say opening thoughts. Did you start with a goal? Were you motivated? Did somebody tell you something that made you, I don't know. Maybe you should also tell us what is the highest you've sold, like in amount. What's the highest you've sold when it comes to property?
Well, property sale has no limit actually. We sold several millions, 250
Wow.
million, 100 million, we sold several. So, but the driving force actually is um, when I started, it was not much of passion because I really didn't know anything about the business. So you don't just start what you don't know with passion. Sometimes you start because of your current situation, which as at the time was that I needed to earn more. I already
Mm.
had what I was doing. I'm into fashion. My brand is Relix Fashion Empire on Instagram. I sell unisex wears that I've been
Okay.
doing since 2007, 2008 when I was in the
Wow.
uni. So, but at some point, the business was not getting so much funding and I started experiencing financial drought. So I told myself I needed to earn more, like a second stream of income. Then I came about real estate in 2015. When I heard about it in 2015, there was not so much people doing it like it is now that everybody else is a realtor.
Everybody. Okay.
There's not much people doing it. I didn't even have close people around me that were realtors. So I just came about it on the internet and I said, let me give this a try. Because if people are making money there, maybe I can also make money there to fund my fashion business. Like raising capital instead of borrowing or loaning with high interest rates and all that. If I can have a second stream of income that can raise some money, then I can use it to keep financing my other businesses. It's going to be a win-win for me. And I'll not have to be owing anybody. And rushing to repay some money with interest. So I got into it. I got some trainings that I should, and I started running with it. I didn't take it as much serious in 2015 stroke early 2016. But in June 2016, I started developing that strong interest for it. And I said, what is there to lose? They didn't ask me to bring any money. It was just a free entry. Then most of those developers are even actually still looking for who will come and join them and do real estate business. So I
Yes.
said, let me go and try. There's no harm in trying. If I try, it does not work, I have something to fall back on. I'll come back to my fashion business. So I went in, I tried, I gave it the little shot I could. The first 2, 3 months, there was nothing much, but on October 1st of that 2016, I made a sale that earned me 237,000. That was my first real estate commission.
Wow.
237,000. So I'm like, wow. So once I make this much money from this business, because when I started, I was like, even if I just sell those small, small Ogun State land, some go and get maybe like 50, 70K, at least it's something topping it up with my business. But I noticed when I got in, my first sale earned me 237,000. That was my commission. When the money dropped into my account, I was like, wow, this is real. This is real. That means these people that think that they make so much money from this business, they are not lying. They're actually telling the truth. I said, okay, now that I have confirmed myself that there is money here, I will give it my all and see how I can make progress in the business. And I thank God because since that 2016 that I gave it my all till now, that's about 8 years running, it's been bliss. It's been really, really fruitful. So I
Wow.
believe, like every business, the more you are in it, the more experience you gain, the more trust you build, the more people trust. You know, the kind of trust they give to somebody who is just starting today is not the kind of trust they give to
Different, yes.
people for a while. So you go to that stage, you don't just come and stumble upon the big things like that. You grow from certain stage. So, and I discovered that so many people don't even want to start small. You see people joining real estate today,
Actually,
they want to sell today, today.
actually.
You don't even get all the learnings, the ropes, know how it works and all that. They just want the money. It is not just about the money. Knowledge will help you make the money. So how I started.
Very fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, as a follow up question, I want to ask, so I know this season, this from like February, beginning of February, things have started in Nigeria generally.
Yeah.
Economically, things have become more expensive, the exchange rate, fuel, different issues. And someone joining this session, and the person wants to know, how do I not get discouraged? For instance, say there's someone who has sold one before. You sold a property last year and then you got commission, you were gingered, you're very motivated, you know how it is now. When money enters your account, you are very, very, you have energy, you can talk to anybody. And then months down the line, there's no sale, you're wondering, you're trying, you're putting in your best, you're putting in the effort. So, how were you able to maintain that high performance? How were you able to ensure that there's always a sale after a sale? Is there a mechanism you use?
There is actually no specifics when it comes to sales and marketing
Mm.
because it's a function of the economic situation as well. And as you have mentioned, the economic situation right now is in a decline and purchasing
Yes.
power has actually dropped, not
Mm.
only in but in all businesses. If you ask
Yes.
people now, they say, oh, madam, I know sales things, so no market, this, that. Even
Mm-hmm.
people that are selling people eat food are also
Yes.
complaining. So you would understand that it is a general thing. So it is when you see that the economy is somewhat stable and you are not making the required sales, that is when you should be very worried and see that okay, maybe there is a strategy I need to put in place and there's something I need to try new strategy to see which one works. But for now, it is not like people are not selling. People are still selling. For now, what we do majorly is to focus on our clients in the diaspora because all of this favors them because of the weakness of the naira. So we try to encourage them and tell them now that your currency has much more power than ours. It's now, this is the best time for you to buy into commercial property. So, and as with all sales, business that have to do with sales, there will be days of no sales. It's nothing new. Real estate is just an everyday thing that you keep selling. And everybody's sales pattern is also different. We have some people that sell round the clock, no matter how little, they make sales round the clock. And
Mm.
we also have
Wow.
other people that they don't sell round the clock, but they make heavy sales every once in a while. So
Wow.
once you to realize your own sales pattern and your strength, you'll be able to leverage on it. For
Mm.
example, I have a colleague that for like 2 years she didn't make any sale.
Mm.
It was very tough for her and her family. Their landlord chased them out of their apartment. They could not pay rent, they could not pay school fees, they could hardly feed because things were so tough for her and her husband. But after 2 years, God just opened does for her with her consistency, and she stayed consistent. That is what we keep
Mm.
telling people. Consistency matter in the business. Not sell today does not mean you give up tomorrow. Consistency matters when it comes to marketing, not even just real estate, any kind of marketing at all.
Yes.
Consistency. So with her consistency, she was able to meet a high network client who bought into 11 units of apartment from her at a go, and
Wow.
she made serious money. When I say serious money, very serious
Wow.
money. That now they live in their own house. So it happens like that. Just look at that 2 years of this route and then one come back and it's like what some other people have done in that 2 years that she has not done anything. So everybody has their sales pattern. You have to recognize yours and work with it. And that also helps you when you are setting your goals. You can decide to set goals that you want to sell like 30 plots of 2 million naira land in a year. That I'm just saying for example, that some people go like
Okay.
there is a 2 million naira plot of land. I want to sell like 30 for this year to 50, 60 million naira. Whereas some people are saying that I just want to sell two houses. If I can just sell two houses on the Lekki axis, that will fetch me like
Wow.
300 million, 150 million naira houses, just two for that year, and I'm okay. So we have our goals. It depends on what your goals are. That's why it's best to set your priorities. And these goals, you set them according to your client's strengths because sometimes you might have low income clients that cannot afford more than 2 million to 5 million naira
Yes.
worth of property. So
Yeah.
you look what you know is within their capacity and sell to them. And there are some people who have high earning clients. You don't go and be telling those kind of people come and buy one land in Ekpe, they will not even answer you. So they want to see developed environment, something that can yield quick return for them, and like that. And there are some clients that only want to invest in commercial real estate. So those ones too is different client classification. So when you know your client base and you are able to set your dream right with them, and you have all the knowledge of sales, ads, and you are consistent, I think you are good to go.
Wow. Just give me a moment. I need to take water.
All right.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Ma. So you spoke about the importance for anyone selling to know their techniques, to know the pattern that works for them, and to
Yeah.
also sell or market according to clients' classification. So I'm sure the question in the mind of anyone watching this would be, how did you find your clients? How was it that you joined a community, or did you have them ready made on your contact list? We're just reaching out to them one by one. How do you build a client base to even market anything to?
Well, for starters, you try your hands on different things. For
Hmm.
starters, try your hands on different things. It is when you have tried that you will be able to pick out what works best for you. We all have communities we belong into in one way or the other, no matter how small they are. You go to church, you go to mosque, maybe you are still a student in the university, you go to school, or you're working in a corporate organization, you have childhood friends, you have schoolmates, you have church members, you have family members, you have close friends. There are little people in your circle in one way or the other. And when you are starting out, do not put so much expectation in people that you know personally. Sometimes or many times customers,
Hmm.
like think that, oh, I know somebody, oh, my uncle is in the UK. If I just send this to him, he will buy. It might just shock you and tell you that it does not mean that those people will patronize you. It is just a means of you marketing yourself to them, making them know that you now
Yes.
do. If any
Yes.
of them is interested, they will come for you. If they are not interested, you take your advert elsewhere. You invest in paid advert that can reach people that you don't know. So you
Hmm.
start with people you know, then you expand to people you don't know.
Don't know.
People you don't know, that is where your money social media to play a vital role for you in those areas. Like people you don't know, you know that you can meet them on either Facebook, on your Instagram, on your TikTok, on YouTube. You have to explore those channels. You start from the known people and you migrate to the unknown people. Spread your wings like that. So if you are into real estate and people don't even know that you are into real estate, then you've not even started. You need to start so much that when people hear your name, the first thing that comes to
Hmm.
their mind, oh, this property lady.
Hmm.
If you have marketed yourself to that extent, then you've not started. Because
Wow.
sometimes it has happened to me several times that the people I marketed to are not even the people who eventually bought.
Hmm.
Somebody called me one day and said, oh, Julie, this your property that you not let me rest about. I don't have money to buy you. But one of my younger sister from UK just came into town and she mentioned that she wants to buy a property. I just told her that she should not contact any other person. No. I have
Hmm.
somebody that will
Hmm.
give her something good, somebody that I've known for years. Whatever she
Hmm.
says is it. And that was
Hmm.
it. I gave the lady my number. She called me. We scheduled inspection. We went. She saw the place and made payment immediately. So that's the power of referrals. So this way now, the person that I was actually prospecting was not the person that eventually
That
bought.
eventually bought. Hmm.
But because my adverts keep ringing bell in his head, and I'll not let him breathe. When around him mentioned property, I was the first person that came to his mind. That is the power of consistency. You have to show up in a way that when people think property, they think you first before any other. That is when you know that you have really done a good job in marketing your product. And then for starters who are still also finding it difficult, I usually hold a masterclass on how to scale up sales in real estate. I think I do that
Okay.
every year. It's a paid class actually because I
Okay.
wanted value.
Yes.
So, and
Yes.
also a lot of people hardly value what is free. So if you pour out strategies that work, you make it a paid class so that when people attend, they get value and they can run with it. And there has been a lot of reviews and
Ma, can you briefly just share your contacts for in case anyone is watching this and they're interested, in gaining from that masterclass you just spoke about? How do they reach you on?
you can reach me on 0805893 0805893 My
All
social
right.
media on Instagram is Juliana Adesanya _ realtor, and another page is Julix Properties 2.0. I have two real estate.
Accounts. Fantastic. So one thing that stood out for me in your response is the response the person you were prospecting gave you. No, not the response he gave you. I think it was what he told the person looking out to get a property. He said, don't buy from any other person. There's someone I have always known. So that speaks on trust, right?
Yeah,
That speaks on trust. So how
yeah.
do you build trust and rapport with your clients? If it's a totally new person, it's not even a referred client, because you spoke about expanding from the circle of people you know to the circle of people you are not familiar with. So how do you build trust and rapport with people you don't know at all?
Okay, for people you don't know at all, when you get their contact or when they contact you,
Hmm.
try to build a one-on-one relationship. Ask
Okay.
about their well-being, be genuinely concerned about them,
Hmm.
listen to their experiences because some of them have had bad experiences with real estate
Yes.
investment and all that. And when they tell you their experiences, don't try to fault them because
Hmm.
here they are, even though some of them it can be their naivety or their own greed that made
Hmm.
them fall into whatever scam they are falling into. But as a professional, you don't throw that into their face. You let
Okay.
them know that I'm so sorry that they had this
It's
experience. Feel
experience.
concerned because money is not easy to come by, and you
Hmm.
yourself will not like it when you lose your hard-earned money. So
Hmm.
you listen to their concerns, you let them speak, and when they speak, you feel genuinely sorry for them, and then you educate them. Educating somebody is different from trying to criticize or fault that person.
Hmm.
Educating and saying that, oh, this experience you had is totally unacceptable and it is bad of whoever did it, doing this to you. Going forward, sir, I would advise you that when next you want to buy a property, do this, do that, do this. You give them the usual steps to take in property acquisition. You don't make it look like
Okay.
next time you want to buy from me. That speaks of desperation, and nobody will
Hmm.
want to trust the person. Next time when you want
Hmm.
to do this, teach them the steps. When you teach somebody the steps, the person is actually profiling you. And the person will be like, oh, if this person knows so much, then why am I stressing myself looking for another person to walk me through this process? Why don't I just buy from this person? Sometimes it is the experiences or knowledge we sell that attracts people to us.
Hmm.
Just like And people will say, oh, we are hosting a free training on how to do this, on how to do that. Those are called clickbaits because at the end of the training, they have sold themselves. And
Yes.
when you want more, then you will now have to pay
Pay.
for more knowledge.
Mm.
So when you are starting off, you give those education, those knowledge free first. When you give them free and people find value in it, they want to keep you. They know that you are for keep. It is not
Mm.
all you meet now that will buy immediately. No. Some people are actually scared. It
Mm.
is when they keep seeing you and keep seeing you, keep seeing you, that they begin to trust you and know that, oh, I've been following this woman for 1 year now. She's still at this thing. That means it is a real job. It is not just a
Mm.
one who trying to scam me and disappear. She has been
Mm.
consistent. So this is a real person. She actually does this for real. Then they start building trust. And you have to be
Trust.
patient because you
Mm.
really cannot force people to part with their money. Oh. So you
Mm.
have to be, for some people, you will need to groom them seriously.
Mm.
Like a client I met, I did back to back follow up with him for about 2 years. At
Wow.
some point, he got tired, but I just threw him in my brokers list and said, if you don't buy today, you'll buy tomorrow.
By tomorrow. Mm.
If I post anything or broadcast anything, he will ask about it, get details, and he will go quiet. I
Mm.
don't get angry because I've experienced such people in my years of experience. When I post another thing, you see it, you ask questions, you say that's not what you want. So one fateful day, a property came up quickly and I posted and he said, yes, this is what I want. I said,
Okay.
okay, go and inspect it. Inspection is very important. Don't force people to buy what they've not seen. If they don't
Mm.
want to, let them be the one to tell you that they don't mind not inspecting. Not you saying, oh, you don't have to inspect, just pay. Let them know that inspection is open. You are free to come or send a representative to inspect on your behalf. Then when you like what you see, you make payment. Because
Wow.
sometimes somebody can inspect a property of 1 million and end up buying a property of 10 million. I've had such experience. I'll come back to that. So this
Mm.
particular time, after 2 years, I posted something and said, yes, this is exactly what I want. We closed that sale in less than 48 hours and I earned about 650,000 in commission on that sale. So imagine that I let go of him, had gotten angry, said that this one is not used.
Mm.
Is contact crying on your phone? You can keep a contact on your phone, just keep checking up on the person. It will
Right.
add or remove anything from you.
Mm.
If they don't buy now, they can buy later.
Later. Mm. Wow. That is fantastic. So, Ma, can you quickly speak on the property you spoke about? Someone that inspected a property worth, I think, 1 million and bought. Mm.
A client that was even from my Facebook.
Okay.
He sent me
Wow.
a message and I told him this is what I do. Then it was some years ago, I was still single. He came with an ulterior motive, anyways. Oh,
Mm.
yeah, I said, I'm not fine. No. You buy property before I can be fine. He said, oh, parties. I said, "Oh, I sell land and I sell houses in Lagos." "Oh, really?" He said, "Oh, I bought
Mm.
from company. Do you know them?" I said, "Yes, I partner with them." So, oh, I bought something from them, oh, but from one of my friends here in the UK, who is also a realtor in Nigeria. So that's nice. But now you have to buy from me too.
Mm.
Buying one property is not it. Oh. You need to own multiple. He said, okay, I will be in Nigeria next month. When I come around, I will call you so that you can show me what and what you have. So in the meantime, before he came, I had been sending him some properties. So I sent him one particular 750,000 naira land. Land were not that expensive then. It
Okay.
was 750 or 950,000 naira land. And he was saying, oh, if he sees it and he likes it, maybe we pick like two plots. I said,
Mm.
okay, that's fair enough. So when he came, I took him there. He said, oh no, he does not like this. In fact, when he came, I took him around several estates. And then we went to, as far as after La Campagne in Ibejuleki, those were the places we were selling then. along the refinery after La Campagne. I was even still living on the mainland then. That night, I got up around past 11 p.m. with
Wow.
Lagos, the distance and all that we checked. After all the waka, this man did not like any of it.
Hey.
He told me, oh, he's not convinced, this, that. It's too far, it's too big. Then I said, okay, what can I do about this client? I told him that can he up his budget because he did not appear to me as somebody who could buy a bigger
Mm.
property,
Mm.
and that's another point. Do not
Mm.
put people in the box.
Profile.
Not people by their look. You might just be very shocked,
Mm.
very, very shocked. A client who bought a property of about 100 million from me recently, if you see him, you will not say he have 2,000 in his account. Oh. So
Wow.
you don't judge people by their look. So I said, can you up your budget, sir? He said to like how much? I said to about 8.59 million. He said, okay, let's see what you have. The next day, we entered road again. This time around, we get to the refinery. We stopped around Lakwe. I showed him one in Lakwe. And this time around, he came with one man that he said he trusts him. He's a surveyor in Lagos. He knows a lot of land and property histories and all that. When I heard, I also quickly seek for help from a colleague. He's a lawyer, and is also very knowledgeable about land histories and all that. And that is another point. Know
Mm.
when to seek for help.
You
Don't
need to
think
call
that
for help.
okay. So I called him and explained to him that this is what is happening. Oh, this guy, I think he has money to invest, but he's not convinced. And I want to show him this particular estate. He says he's bringing somebody. I don't want that person to come and try to convince him otherwise. So I need your he said, really no problem. Let us go. So he joined us and we moved. As we started going, this surveyor is a chatty parrot. Okay, this land to your right, it belongs to the family of late pa. This, it was sold in the 1970s something. He just kept talking. He was actually trying to impress my client as his old friend. Maybe I don't know, but he just kept talking and talking. And thank God for my barrister colleague. That one too can talk. So as that one too was talking with him, they started the rapport was just flowing, the conversations,
Nice.
their gist was aligning, and
Mm.
some places that the surveyor will talk about, the lawyer also know the history of the land, so they just kept talking. When we got to the side, the surveyor said, I know this area. It belongs to so person. My barrister said, yes, those were the initial owners, but they have sold it out to these people who made the CFO on it. And now this company that we are standing on also bought from these people. So it gave the breakdown
Mm.
acquisition of the land, how it has passed from one person to the other.
So the other.
So he said, yeah, that is true because he knows this land and all that. And told my client that the land is good, that the CFO, he heard about it, that some group of people did the CFO. My colleague said, yeah, those system. He said, exactly. I heard about it when they so it was aligned.
Mm.
Or we got there to talk about the price and all that, and that's what went got home late in the night as well, and I didn't even see him show any sign that he actually likes the property, but I knew that maybe he will talk to me later.
Later.
The next day he just called me and said, these people that own this property, where is their office? I gave him the office property. That was pertinent properties, their
Okay.
office better. So I gave him one of the director's number too. He said, okay, that he will call the director and speak with him. In my mind, I'm like, what does he want to speak with him for? But no problem. So that there's transparency. You can go ahead
Yes.
and even visit. So he went there on his own, spoke with him, and next thing he just called me and said, hey, Julie, I've paid them. Oh. Go and meet them and collect your commission. That was just it. was one that called me and said, I paid them, oh, go and meet them, collect your commission from them. And that was how I made about 700 and something thousand, or if not more, on that particular sale. So sometimes
Hmm.
the person you are planning to sell one point something million naira land for,
That's
that you'd
more.
have a little over 100,
Hmm.
compared with now earning about 800 on it. So sometimes it happens that you show a client a particular property and they end up buying bigger property. But in your experience that would actually guide you in asking the right questions. That is why it is important for you to ask your client the right questions. Don't be scared to ask them questions. The same way they are asking you questions, there are specific questions you ask them. Those questions will guide you on what and what to show to them, so that there's clarity and you don't clamp them up with too much options. You streamline them and put them in like two, three options according to what you have discussed with them. So they now have the force to pick from that two, three options. There's
Yes.
a way you do that. Not when
Wow.
somebody has said, "Oh, I would like to buy property in Ibejuleki. Send me what you have in Ibejuleki," and you have close to like 80 or 70 properties in Ibejuleki. You now start bombing them. You start
Everything.
bombing everything, send it to them. That's not professional. You need to ask the right questions. This Ibejuleki, of what is your budget? You want to do with the land? Are you buying it to keep time? Are you looking for a place you can buy and build immediately? Oh, this is my budget. If this is your budget and you want to buy to build, your budget is low. You need to high up your budget to this particular amount so that you can pick this particular estate. It is ready to build. Oh, you cannot afford it. Okay, you can then buy this one, but you wait another 3 to 4 years. Then you can go ahead and build there. So it is what you are saying that will help guide you as a
Person's
realtor.
choice.
You guide your investor. You don't just leave them thinking and saying that make dem shall just buy one. No, guide them, because when they make good investment decision, you too, you will eat your commission in peace and you will not be worried that there might be problem tomorrow, which another topic on its own, how to avoid problems in real estate. Although all that I teach in my master class.
Yes, so please, everyone join it. Mr. Olaoto Jeremiah just joined. He said it's good to see you here, man. He said he's just here. He went for inspection.
No problem.
So he's already dropping different comments. He said you are the lady eating real estate money back to back. It is
Hear
very
you.
true. Like the fact that she's even still going to pick up a voucher this evening is a lot. It says a lot. Please, if you are watching this, make
Just
sure
try.
you connect with Mrs. Adesanya Juliana immediately after this. I mean, you're going to be you're going to get a lot from her. So my while you were speaking, it came to mind when you started sharing about your experience with the previous the last client you spoke about, where you were saying you were a single lady. When you were single, the stress of having to travel from the mainland to Ibejuleki
Yeah.
axis, and then how you did that repeatedly. What would you advise a young, you know, we have a lot of young realtors these days. Young people are starting to enter into real estate space. What would you say to anyone seeing this that has the question of how do I handle stress? How do I handle clients that have, you know, ulterior motives? Like you said, the person that had ulterior motives. What tips will you give people to handle such kind of clients, and how do you handle stress?
Okay, about stress, when you are just starting, it is actually stressful. It is not a bed of roses. It is stressful because you have to go for inspection. You
Inspection.
tell what you don't know. You need to see what you are selling. We call it product knowledge. You see what you are selling so that when you get a prospective client who sees that particular advert and asks questions, you know exactly what to tell the person. For example, you are marketing a land in Bogije, you've not been there, you don't even
Mm.
know the environment. Then the client said, "Oh, I saw your post on a land for sale in Bogije. I live around that axis. How can I locate the place, or what are the landmarks there?" You don't even know because you've not been there. Then the person
Visited,
is saying,
yes.
"Oh, is it just immediately, is Bogije after Lakwe or before Lakwe?" You don't know because you've not been there. And the person is saying, "Oh, is it to Bogije right hand side or the left hand side?" You don't know because you have not been there. And it's asking, "Oh, when you get to Bogije bus stop, how many minutes is it from the expressway?" You don't know. You cannot answer. Like, I have a downline that took that took clients all the way from mainland. He was taking them to a property in Oribanwa, which is in just close to Lakwe. He has never been there. He does not know the place. He just told the client that the property is in Lekki. So they started driving. Look at the distance between Lekki Phase 1 and Oribanwa. That's a very long stretch. They kept
Wow.
driving, driving. They passed Lekki Phase 1. The client is
Wow.
saying, "Now Lekki, I thought we are going to enter inside Lekki." He said, "No, let me call somebody. Let me call somebody." He started calling me, "Hello, Juliana. Juliana, please. We are going to this estate. We are in Lekki
Wow.
now." So the client is in Lekki. I said, "Are you for real? Listen to yourself.
Wow.
You don't know where a property is, and you took clients in their car, driving them to a place you don't even know." At the end of the day, when those runs got to the second or third roundabout in Lekki, they said they told the driver to turn back, that they were no longer going. That
Wow.
this guy actually does not even know what he is doing.
Wow.
He lost the client. So
Hmm.
when you are, it is going to be stressful because you need to understand the products you are selling.
Hmm.
When I see products, or when any of our developers, our real estate partners send in a product and say, "Oh, Julie, we have a new product, we need you to come on board on it." My first question is, where is the location? When can I
Hmm.
see it?
Hmm.
Because that will help me determine whether or not I want to involve myself in the sale of that product or not. Because I've
Hmm.
actually been in estates that I feel I have something better, so I'll let this one go. I'm going to market.
Hmm.
You pick, you pick.
Hmm.
My
So
policy
it's not
is, if
everything you just see you are
not
selling.
everything you see you are selling, oh, because it will shock you that you will
Hmm.
sell nonsense one day and you'll be in serious trouble. You have to
Wow.
pick, to see it yourself. I went to a property location recently and I told myself, "Cancel, this is zero."
Hmm.
And to think that I had clients on the line who needed something within that budget, and I was almost sending it out to them to consider.
Wow.
My instinct was, "Hey, Julie, you are not new in this business now. Why do you want to do this now? Why do you want laziness to set in and you want to sell something?" I said, "Sir, please hold on. I need to investigate this property." When I got to the location, plus the property, oh, plus the developer, I cancel all of them. I
Hmm.
told, this is not worth it.
Wow.
It is not worth it. So product knowledge is very important. And as you go, like in my own case, when I started, I was on the mainland. But when I saw that the stress was becoming too much, I endured so that I could make some amount of money. Then I relocated to
To
the
the
island.
island.
For starters, they can do it that way as well. Another
Okay.
option is choose to maintain mainland properties. I have
Okay.
like that too. They are doing
Hmm.
well. They are no longer doing the stress of coming to the island often. They now maintain properties within the mainland. They have niched down to
Hmm.
mainland properties. I have a close lady too. She got married recently. She too was on the mainland before. She relocated to the mainland. She was a top selling realtor. When she got married, she had to relocate back to the mainland because of her husband's work. And now she has niched down to properties in the mainland. She
Mainland.
now covers Gbagada, Ogudu, Ikeja,
Okay.
all of the Surulere. She no longer does the stress of having to come here all the time because she has a family to attend to at home. And you know that most of the time when you come to the island from the mainland, it takes a lot of time before you get back home. So there are ways to do it. You cannot even be everywhere at the same time You cannot sell everything. You have to niche yourself down. You niche down to particular areas you want to cover. Even on the island here, there are some of us now that we only cover some locations. We don't even cover everywhere anymore. I have colleagues now that once the property has gone beyond Ikoyi, VI, Lekki, they are not
I'm not interested.
anything Aja down. They tell you they are not coming. They are okay with
Mm.
those things. The ones there sef are plenty. They have not even sold that many. Why do they want
Mm-hmm.
to fill themselves with too much than they can handle? So
Yeah.
as time goes on, starters will begin to see why they need to niche down. For now, we cannot really advise them on that because they are still trying to build customer base. You understand? They don't know what their customers will want yet. It is as time goes by, they will see that, oh, I have more of mainland requests. Let me go and look for properties on the mainland and stay with it. Oh, I have more of the island requests. Let me
Mm.
extend my reach to cover specific places on the island. So that is how it is.
Wow. Phenomenal. So, Ma, you need to give us tips, oh. Tips on how young single ladies can, handle clients that can be a
There,
bit
there are there are
difficult.
ways to it actually,
Okay.
and it also depends on personality. If you are not greedy and you are not trying to be faster than your shadow, you
Hmm.
don't have to do anything dirty to get it done.
That's what.
For some people, they want to get to where somebody who is in the business for 10 years is in just 6 months. They want to use 6 months.
Yes.
It does not
Yes.
work that way. Even in civil servant sef, in government work, you start from level what to what, you start growing. It does, life
Yes.
is in and stages. You don't just start and then it's not the day they gave birth to a baby that the baby will start walking. There are
Mm-hmm.
stages. So if you yourself are not inclined to such things, there are ways to handle it. And one of the ways to handle it is that you let your client know that what you are offering to them is value and it belongs to them.
Mm.
Like when a male client asked me out some time ago, I told him, I said, when you buy
Yes.
this property, you're going to put it in my name. He said, how can I put it in your name? I said, that's the only time I can listen to you now. You buy a
Wow.
house to my name. Let me know you're buying here. He said, how can you be so greedy? I said, you are greedy. Because I'm telling you a house and you want to buy me too. It does not work that you choose one. So it just and we forgot about it there and he still bought it. Let them you are selling is value and it is a lifetime investment and it is to their own benefit. I tell them this property you are buying, especially land now, when this land appreciate tomorrow, you are not going to call me back and say, Julie, I want to give you more money
Happy.
because
Yes.
this is appreciated. Instead, maybe in your heart, you can be saying a prayer for me. That is all. So why do you want anything extra for something that belongs to you and is for your own benefit? Then another way I handled one was he kept insisting. He kept insisting. I said, no problem. Let us strike a deal. You buy this property from me. You bring three of your colleagues to also buy this property from me. Then we can talk about this. He said deal. I said deal. He thinks sale is easy.
Oh, Mom. Wow.
He bought his own. When he bought his own, he quickly told his colleagues in the office. One of them too bought. In fact, the first colleague who bought, I even
Yeah.
saw more than I saw from that client. He bought more than
Uh-uh.
what he bought. He said, Julie, I'm counting. I said, no problem. He said, "One month, 2 months ago." I said, right on, sir. For that one that bought, one day we were chatting. I just said, sir, what is your shoe size? He said, oh, 42. Me that I'm into 5. I just packaged one very fine size 42 shoe. I asked for his office address. I sent my dispatch rider to deliver it. When he saw the shoe, his heart melted. He said, Julie, there is 419. Look at this fine. So look at this fine.
Wow.
Even my colleagues in the office, they love. In fact, I'm launching it immediately. I say, enjoy, sir.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I hope we still have deal. I say, why not? This one is just a thank you now for repairing your phone. We still have deal.
Uh-uh.
Then I was not able to bring the remaining two people. So one Okay, when I was sharing my experience, one person now said, Juliana, that was a risk. Oh. What if he
Hmm.
had bought the second person? I said I had already prepared the bag and shoe that I will send to his wife for the second person. I will send the first one bag. I will just say, so I'm sending your wife a shoe and bag. What is her shoe size?
Oh my God. That
There
is so
are a lot
smart.
of we not even stress. At the end of the day, we became family. Very close to me. Now, if I
Hmm.
post, you will come and hail me. You don't have to
Hmm.
abuse anybody. You don't
Hmm.
have to disrespect anybody. You just
Wow.
need to let them see your worth and your value. Now you
Wow.
cannot even ask me anymore. Now you will
Hmm.
see me, cash madam. I say, my
Hmm.
oga, it has turned
Hmm.
to alien.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because when you see
Wow.
that you are starting up and you are struggling, they might want to bring those things to you. But when you
Hmm.
keep improving yourself and you keep dishing out value, with
Hmm.
time, you don't even meet those kind of people anymore.
People
It's
again. True.
that make people meet such people.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a very powerful act. Honestly. I just learned a lot from this response. Thank you so much, ma. So
Uh,
just before I let you go, even though I don't want this chat to end, as in I've been enjoying it from beginning even till now. And ma, you definitely have to come back. You have to join us again because we've not even exhausted all the questions. We've not, and I don't think we can exhaust it on this chat. So you're going
okay.
to be sharing your contact again, and also just like I mentioned earlier, some of the products. If you sell, what kind of landed properties do you sell? Residential,
Okay.
commercial, luxury. Do you sell actual houses? You can just say that again. Let people know your contacts in case they want to also join the master class, so they can know how to reach you because this has been really phenomenal. Thank you so much, ma.
All right. So my phone number once again is 080 58 93 111 08058931119. My Instagram handle is Julix Properties 2.0 and Juliana Adesanya underscore realtor on Instagram. Yes, I have real houses. I sell a lot of real houses that are already completed. I do less of off plan these days due to personal experience. So I do less of off plan. I sell more of actual pay and moving kind of houses. So I cover within Lekki and Aja basically. So if you're looking for anything from Aja down to Lekki, I'm just a go-to person. You can contact me. I'll give you something from one bedroom apartments, two bedroom apartments, three bedroom, terraces, semi-detached, fully detached, bungalows. I have them in different prices and locations. And I also sell land. At least for now, for this year, I still sell epe. I still sell epe. So because I see that I still have some clients who want affordable land. So I've not totally scrapped out affordable land deal. So I still have land there that you can buy. I think starting from 3.5 million naira, I still have some lands in epe you can buy. So epe, Aja, Lekki, all those areas are where I cover. And aside buying land too, I also have a real estate buyback investment that I market. I've been selling it for about 3, 4 years now, and there has been no issue. We call it buyback. You buy a piece of land and sell back to
Back.
the company within 6 or 7 on your money. So it's safe to invest in for people who don't want to lock down their money for the long term. They want to do those short term investment. I have a lot of experience who do this buy back from me, and it has been smooth all the way.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So there you have it. Our guest on the live chat today has been Mrs. Juliana Adesanya, a powerful woman. Very powerful. So in case you're just joining us now, I the only thing I can tell you is to catch a replay of this live session because it has been really power packed. She started from how she has won multiple awards and how, you know, she was able to first crack the code of her own technique. So as a realtor, in case you are not even only in real estate, if you're a marketer, you sell anything, she emphasized on the need for you to understand how selling works for you. So when you've
Yeah.
been able to crack that code is when you now classify your clients according to, after you've profiled them, you're able to classify, okay, this person prefers this side, this person prefers, before you start prospecting and you start trying to sell to them. And then she was emphasizing on product knowledge. If you are selling a bag, if you are selling a shoe, don't sell what you don't know. Yes, she mentioned something like that. Don't sell what you don't know. It has been really amazing. So in case you've been here since we started, you can just drop a comment. If you have questions you'd like Mrs. Adesanya to respond to, just leave them in the comment section. If we're unable to respond to them now, I'm trusting that she would honor us and give us the privilege of doing a comeback, because this session has been amazing. Thank you so much, ma. At this point, I think it's safe for me to say that I need to let you go. At least you can go and collect your voucher that you just won. Thank you so much for joining us, ma. So, what is your parting shot to everyone that has joined today?
Okay, thank you all for joining, and I hope that you've learned something from this session and understand that life is in stages and there are stages to everything. Don't be in a hurry and don't be scared to start. Just start.
Mm,
With time, you will grow. As you grow, your end grows too.
mm.
Yeah. And in real
Amazing.
estate, try as much as you can to deal honestly. It will help you in the long run.
Mm,
Honestly, it helps in the
mm.
long run.
Amazing. So, Ma, I want to request for something. Can you give Wittyville Properties a shout out? Because, I mean, of course, we're in this
Okay.
industry together.
You are doing a great job, and I
Ah,
appreciate you for bringing me here today.
thank you. Thank you so much, Ma. So, at this point, it's a bye for now. Thank you so much, Ma. I'm going to let you go now.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Ma. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was mind blowing. It was fantastic. It was, how did you find it? You can drop your comments in the comment box. Thank you so much to everyone that's joined us so far. Our guest was Mrs. Juliana Adesanya, and I mean, she's a power woman, powerful, because she really shared tips. So in case you just joined us, you have to watch a replay, catch a replay, share the link. That is very important. So beyond you just getting this knowledge, you have to share it with someone that needs it. If you've been talking to someone about getting a side hustle, a side job, another job, or you know a friend that has been complaining recently about how the times are hard and the person doesn't even know what to do next, Mrs. Juliana Adesanya shared her experience on how it was because she knew she had to do something to make more money. Come on. This current economy, you cannot just be saying you are just doing one thing, right? You also have to do something else. And I'm going to also talk about you joining our realtors community. We have a thriving community of people that are into sales, marketing, of real estate, landed properties. People like Mrs. Juliana Adesanya and so many other persons are in that community where you can learn um, nuggets, you can get educated on how to be a proper and an advanced salesperson. So you can, reach out to us and call us on 081 3888 3406, 081 388 3406. And just as you might have seen scrolling on your screen, we have a land listing page or platform called reaps.co, REAPSE. So you can just check out the details scrolling on your screen. Visit that platform, visit that platform for very unique and profitable offerings, investments. Last week, Friday, myself and my co-host were here, Iyanoluwa, and she was trying to, explain to ensure that everyone sees the benefits in investments this season. February is almost over. What are you doing with the money you want to save? Don't save up your money somewhere and expect it to grow. You have to invest, and real estate is that investment wey no dey disappoint, you get. So make sure you visit rips.co today. Just visit, or your phone, take your phone and just browse. Oh, okay, so I can get this for this discount. We have a lot of discounts. We have really nice ROI offers and deals that you can honestly take advantage of. And the very, very, not the most important, but it's also as important as you visiting reps.co, is also visiting our blog site, which is eorblog.com, eoreblog.com. The details is also scrolling across your screen right now. You can visit that blog. You will get a lot. That's all I can say, a lot. So I don't want to shalaye too much. Visit earblog.com today so that you can. Mrs. Juliana Adesanya spoke about product knowledge, market trend, understanding updates, and all of that. That is your best place to get all of that. Our blog, earblog.com. I have had a good time on the live chat today. Yes. Have you enjoyed the session? So, how has the session been for you? How has the chat been for you so far? You can just leave a comment and reach out to us across social media at Wittyville Properties. We're active, very active on Instagram. This is our Instagram page. Just go and check us out. I mean, we offer you value every time. Value, value, value. So don't forget to also do that as the I won't say as the day is now over, but just as February is just wrapping up, you can always make contact with us. Call us, call us, call us. Don't delay. There's no delay, no time. So thank you so much to everyone that has joined so far. Yanuluwa Famurewa, thank you for joining. MJ Olauton, thank you for joining. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and to share this link. Share the link. Share the link with someone you know that needs it, right? See you on Friday. I'll be here with Yano and we're going to be giving you all gist as it ought. We're going to be giving you all gist and a lot of juicy offers from Wittyville Properties. I remain Dorcas Adejoro, your beautiful and amazing host. See you on Friday. Bye.